Okay, gentlemen, I am Major General Ranu Singh Rathore, retired Director General, General's Defense Academy, Jodhpur, shortly GDA. Today we are going to talk about the interview portion of your SSB. Now, interview is the most important aspect of your SSB. Out of psychological test, GTO, and then you face the interview. Interview is the most important since the senior most officer, minimum a colonel, thereafter a brigadier or a major general. He is well experienced, he is well expert in his subject, and is very well expert in scanning your personality based on his experience. So therefore, you have to be thoroughly prepared, and there is no question of bluffing or indicating something negative. Whatever is your original personality, you cannot hide from them. Now, what happens while your SSB is going on? Now, either on the second day or the first day, the interview starts. It is based on the chest number. You will be told what are the aspects which are asked in the interview. You must have given PIQ form, personal information questionnaire. So your complete interview is based on your PIQ form, let me tell you. It is what you have filled in the PIQ form about your family details, about yourself, that is your education, your hobbies, your games and sports, your interests, your extracurricular activities, the chances you have already availed, why do you want to become an officer, why have you chosen your career as armed forces officer. All these aspects, your achievements, your highlighters, your dips in the performance like education in class 10th and 12th, and also graduation in case you are a CDS. So all questions are based on your PIQ form, remember it. Therefore, PIQ form, when you fill in, it should be absolutely right, no overwriting. Thereby you are conveying that you are a confused person. Never overwrite, be thoroughly, and 100% correct information must be fed in the PIQ form. Now comes to the family details, your father's income, which area you belong. Now, whatever the addresses present and the past addresses you are given with the population and all, remember, you must know A to Z about that place. Now, about your family details, extended family, siblings, your brothers, sisters, cousin brothers, right? Let's say you are from, now, your permanent residence is in, let's say, Jodhpur. You must know what is Jodhpur famous for. You hail from a village, permanent address is village. You must know what is the population of your village, what is the configuration. Everything, how far is it from the main Tehsil headquarter, from the main district headquarter. All details A to Z, you must have eye for detail to perform well in the interview. Similarly, your education. Now come to the education background. Class 10th to 12th. And those who are graduate facing, that is the CDS or NCC and the other entries. Your academic profile from 10th to 12th and CDS, that is graduation or law qualified or technical, whatever. Everything is filled in. Based on that, The peculiar question could be why there is a dip in the percentage or your performance in class 12th or class or graduation. Why have you not done well in the, let's say, science subject, particular this thing? Which is your best subject? What are your likes and dislikes in the academic profile, right? Similarly, games and sports. Now, your achievements in the games and sports, which games do you play? You must know A to Z detail about your games and sports. Extracurricular activities. Again, you must know whatever the extracurricular activities you have participated. It is just to ascertain whether you are bluffing or you have really participated. It conveys your sense of responsibility, biggest quality in the OLQ. Now, hobbies and interests must write correctly, whatever you have been pursuing, and must know the details of that particular hobby or the interest you are pursuing. Reading books, gardening, music, dancing, painting, all these things form part of that. And you must know the details, not only yours, but at the national and international level. The famous personalities related to this. Similarly, remember famous personalities related to your games and sports which you play, national, international. There may be current affair question based on that. Since you are playing, since you are participating, since your hobby is there, you are supposed to know, right? So similarly, now, when you see that some of you have been given the responsibility in the school to organize some match. You had been the school captain. You had been the, organizing an annual day function. You had been an anchor. You had taken part in the debate. Now, all these things means what I'm trying to say, you had been the football captain or any games captain. Any responsibilities you have taken as a leader. You have been given in the school days or the college days. That is sense of responsibility. How have you performed it? Questions will be based on that. Now, come to your friends. Questions are definitely going to be there because that indicates your socialization, your social interaction. As soon as you go to school, you make friends till your college days, and till you grow in life, there is no age bar. And it is your friend who makes you confident about whatever you do, whether you're studying, choosing your career. He is the milestone in your career. He is the milestone in building your confidence. He is a source of motivation. Remember it. Therefore, you cannot deny your friends. Must have friends. Understand, share and care. Help each other. That is the meaning of friendship. It is not a friend in need and deed. Of course, that is a definition. But be selfless in any activity what you do. Don't be selfish. That is what I'm trying to tell you guys. So, whatever thereafter, now there are going to be questions and situations in your interview pertaining to your family details, especially your friends, right? Just to confirm that how many friends and whether you are really, you understand the meaning of friendship or not. Now, remember that your personality is shaped by your parents when you start going to school thereafter, your teachers, your friends, because they remain with you from your childhood. You are in touch. Sharing and caring, most important. Now, what do the teachers? They are the best judge. What do your teachers feel about you? What have you felt about your teachers? What have you learned? Right? Similarly, in your family, your parents, your brothers and sisters, whom do you like the most? In case you are 3 brothers and sisters, right? Out of your parents, your grandparents, what do you contribute in your family? What is your daily routine? All these aspects, what I'm saying, that whoever is responsible in building up your personality, he is the best judge. And what have you picked up from him? What do you feel that your teachers have contributed in your personality? What have you learned in your school days? What have you learned from your friends? Any good quality? Then comes, what are your shortcomings? Every human being has got shortcomings. I don't call them the weak points, because nobody has got weak points, right? Because these are shortcomings which can be rectified as we grow up. The maturity level increases as per the age. So therefore, you must know what are your shortcomings as per your parents, as per your teachers, as per your friends. Then only, my dear, you can improve. Never hide them. Be very frank in bringing them out. Right? Accept it. Amend them. Rectify them. That is how you can improve upon your personality. And that is what is expected in the, your SSB. We want a candidate who has got potential OLQ, officer-like qualities, potential, because you are a raw candidate. You've gone from the schools, gone from the colleges. What the SSB is looking into you for 5 days is these qualities which are required as an officer, potential officer. Some of them are trainable, wherein we accept it and we know it that during your training phase we can rectify them. Like physically you might not be so strong because you must not have got that opportunity. So those qualities are trainable. Anybody can improve his physical fitness, right? However, there are indispensable qualities: integrity, that is the honesty, not bluffing, commitment, dedication, selfless service, sense of responsibility, initiative. Now, all these qualities are, if you have, what is the degree of that? Are you having these qualities in the acceptable limits? If so, at the end of the SSB, there is a conference before the results. And accordingly, your results will be, given. Whether you fit in that parameters of OLQ, yes, we will, and you are recommended, or in case you require further scope of improving it, you will get another chance as per your age, whatever. So do not be demotivated or demoralized. That is not the end of the day. Not necessary. Next chance, you might improve those. There may be these qualities trainable, but you have the basic ingredient in you. Therefore, you find repeaters, fifth or sixth chance, seventh chance, people qualify. Starting from NDA, they are after becoming an officer, they make it while they, do their graduation, or, when they apply in the JAG branch or anything. There are candidates, they have been applying since NDA days, when they were class 12th. That is what I am saying. So never be disheartened. You see, keep working and never lose your heart. क्योंकि हिम्मत करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. हिम्मत नहीं हारनी है. That is what I am saying. And you, everybody feel confident that you are the best. You can do it. And you have every quality in you. If you have made up your mind, if you have made your focus, aim to become an armed forces officer, nobody can stop you. Keep trying. Keep improving. There's no shortcut to hard work. I just want to tell you, I've seen large number of students, while guiding and grooming them in the GDA. That first 2 or 3 days, they take full interest, initiative. Thereafter, I do not know, they change their goalpost. And slowly and gradually, of course, they don't prepare and they go without preparation. Preparation means you have to practice, my dear. Because it is a written test of writing stories and other things there in the screening test. You have to speak out there. There's a group discussion. You have to narrate your story. So screening test is the most important on the first day. Until unless you prepare hard and go, you can't expect, clearing your screening in. And remember it, approximately I have analyzed the facts and the figures. Only 10% candidates, they qualify in the screening. And you'll be surprised, GDA is giving 60 to 70% result in the screening. Because we make sure that the student prepares well. He understands the concept of complete SSB. And we focus more on the first stage, that is screening in. You have to get inside. And if you are prepared for that, next phase is, of course, very simple. Same thing is repeated. Story writing or expression, the GTO tasks, whatever you face, your expression, your knowledge of all subjects. Now, the most important as far as the interviewing officer is concerned is your current affairs, national and international. Remember, must know the latest geopolitical situation, security, strategies, both national and international. For example, recently, China, India, Nepal, India, Indo, US, US China, all these subjects pertaining to the trade war, Iran India, Iran China, the world order is changing. Large number of topics are there. You'll find it. China's hegemony in South China Sea. And you find the neighboring countries. So all these must have sound knowledge about it. You have to display the best of your knowledge so that the best of the candidate is selected. Therefore, you have to read and write. You have to practice whatever the tests are conducted. Right? Now, in the interview, it is your cumulative progress of all these. You'll be asked on psychological test, on your psych. You'll be asked on the GTO aspect also, whatever you have done. You'll be asked the SRT, situation reactions, out of whatever you have attempted. That is how you can display your OLQs. So basically, the interviewing officer is going to ask you questions starting, as I've already told you, from the family details to, your education, hobbies and all based on the PIQ. And out of the PIQ is going to be he is going to test that who is abreast with the latest knowledge on the subject, like defense acquisition, military equipment, what India is recently buying. What are our armed forces? Whether you know about it or not. What are the rank structures? Because you have come for the interview to become an officer. You are expected to know. If you're taken the branch of Air Force, Navy or Army, all three forces you are supposed to know. And you have to prepare for it. There's no shortcut to that. That will prove that you are very serious about your aim and you really want to become an officer. That is what I am trying to tell you. And let me tell you that keep working hard, keep preparing for your, SSB holistically. The day you appear for written examination, parallelly you are supposed to start preparation of SSB. Generally what you do, when the results of NDA or CDS or FCAT or INET, they are declared and you keep on waiting for that, and thereafter you decide whether you want to prepare for SSB, or suddenly you get an SSB within 2 months and you are busy and running from here and there, completing your documents. You straightway go and report to the SSB center. Now look at it, I'm saying 70-80% of you do not know the meaning of SSB, what is desired by you there. That is what, when you face the first screening test, you are eliminated because you don't know what is to be done there. Therefore, my caution is that if you have made up your aim to become an armed forces officer, please ensure that you work hard, you prepare thoroughly, you start preparing for SSB the day you appear for written examination, Those who get the SSB like technical entries or NCC entries without written examination, please start preparing now, even 1 year back. Start reading and writing.